by every day. I know I won't get adopted, or I'll make sure I won't. Well, maybe. If I got to grow back up, what's the harm in using someone to my own gains? But then I have to listen to them like they're my parents. Ollie sighs. That sounds awful. There has to be a way to fix me, I know it. Ollie yawns. Man, the boxes suck for sleep, I barely got any sleep. Ollie shuts his eyes. Maybe a nap won't hurt. Ollie grabs a pillow and hugs it instead of laying on it. Love you, Monica. He kisses the pillow and smiles, falling asleep. Ollie is sleeping great when suddenly a loud bell rings and Ollie screams and sits up quickly and has his thumb in his mouth, making him blush and look around to make sure he wasn't seen. Phew, wait. When did I cover up? Ollie found himself covered up, and instead of his pillow he was hugging. It was a small bear. Ollie throws it and throws the covers off him, blushing, finding himself still in the same clothes. He takes a sigh of relief. Must have been that lady that works here. God, that's embarrassing. I bet she saw me sucking my thumb. He rubs his face to try to stop his face from being so hot. Oh, what was that bell? His door opens and it was the lady that works here. She smiles. Oh, hey, you're awake. I was about to wake you up. Didn't you hear the dinner bell? Ollie looked confused. Dinner? Wait, I sleep most of the day. She giggles and keeps smiling big. Yap, but that's okay. You are probably mentally exhausted and just normally exhausted hair. So I covered you up and gave you a teddy and put your pillow under you. She looks around, then sees the teddy on the floor and frowns, and Ollie felt his heart sink. Damn, his soft spot for cute girls. Ollie quickly jumps down and grabs the bear and smiles. Oh, there he is. Ollie hugs it tight and the lady smiles, making Ollie blush, knowing he's just doing it to make her happy. Oh, you're so cute, Ollie. If I had the room to adopt you, I so would. Anyways, come on, let's go get you some supper. Oh, by the way, my name is Lois. Ollie smiles a bit and they leave the room. Ollie looks up at her. That's a cute name. Lois smiles. Well, thanks, that's very nice of you. You are a very sweet boy, you know that? Very well mannered for the most part. Most kids your age that come here are fighters. Ollie sighs, thinking he probably would be, but what's the point? He's stuck as a kid, he's got nowhere to go. If he did run away again, the cops would be on his ass quickly. Worse is word's probably getting around and he probably won't get adopted, thinking he's a troublemaker. Ollie looks down, holding the bear close just to want something to comfort him. Lois frowns and looks down at him. You okay? I didn't mean to upset you. Ollie shakes his head and smiles at her. Oh no, you didn't upset me, don't you worry your pretty face. Lois gives a small blush and laughs. Wow, a little charmer, aren't you? Ollie laughs awkwardly. I always heard Daddy say it, so I wanted to. She frowns. Can I ask what happened to your mom and dad, Ollie? Ollie looks down. Well, my mom died of cancer, and dad couldn't take the loss and Ollie couldn't help but start crying. He wasn't lying, this is exactly what happened to his parents. Lois' eyes got huge and dropped to the ground and hugged Ollie. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. To happen to such a young kid, that's awful. I'm sure your father loved you a lot, but that's just terrible. Your father acted very selfish. Ollie cries like crazy into her. That's exactly what he thought when it happened, but he was much older. He thought he was finally over them being gone, but he couldn't handle it and just cried for a while. Ollie found it nice to cry. He's always had to not show his emotions around people. He was a very cry when no one's around, but all that's happened to him is making him much more emotional. Whether that be good or bad, he doesn't know. Lois picked up Ollie and patted his back, carrying the crying boy to the cafeteria. Hey Ollie. What were your mom and dad's names anyways? Ollie was able to stop crying for a while. My mom was named Jane and my dad was Charlie. She looks at him for a moment and grabs her head, groaning. L. Lois. Her eyes get big and look around looking confused. Sorry, that name just sounds so familiar, like something I'm forgetting. I feel like I babysat for them once. Do you have an older brother?